ladies and gents. Welcome to the live. How's everyone doing today? Child, I'm working remote today, y'all. I missed you guys on yesterday. Is my mic working? Thumbs up if the mic's working, guys. I'll wait. I'll pause a little bit till I see if you guys can hear me. Okay, thank you, complicated. Okay, y'all, I'm working remotely, y'all. Not really working. I'm on vacation this week and next week. Part of this week and part of next week. I'll put it like that. So I came to Tampa to see my daughter. So that's what I mean. I'm working remotely, but I should say we are live remotely, honey. So I don't have my original setup that I have at home, but I'm going to do my best. How's everyone doing? That's why I was MIA on yesterday, but I did join in on I Said What I Said live, but I had to get off because it was getting late. My time, it was almost midnight, but I did enjoy it over there on yesterday. Let me speak to everybody in the chat and we're going to get into it. And I'm sure we'll have some time left at the end if y'all want to talk about anything else. Y'all be thinking about it. And once I finish up this content, we can jump into that. Hey, Miss E, thank you for being here and modding for me on today. Hey, Kina, you up in the building? Well, you on the porch. Hey, Latoy, how are you? Hey, TX Toy. Hey, Complicated. Yes, okay, thank y'all so much. Hey, Allegedly. Hey. Let me see. Hey, HBB, thank you for being here and modding for me on today as well. I appreciate you, ladies. I really, really do. I know this not our normal content, y'all, but I watch other things besides Shirley and Nesto. And this is 2025. So I will be bringing some new things to the channel while covering, our fave, Nesto Shirley and company. Yay, this the first Friday of the year. Don't forget to hit the like button and describe in my Dre voice. Okay, what we doing on the time? Okay, we got about another minute before we start. Y'all know I at least like to get started at the 5 minute mark. Sometimes we go a little over if I get carried away with the another topic, but we get back on track. I'm gonna give it another minute, guys, just to see if we get some others to join us. We're gonna jump into the content though at the 5 minute mark. Anybody have any big plans this weekend? My mom's birthday was yesterday, guys, on January 2nd. She was born like at 12:02. My grandmother was so upset, guys, because she wanted her to be a New Year's baby. And she tried to, persuade the doctor to let her birthday be on January 1st. But they were like, no, ma'am. So that's a little some about me and my family. So we wish my mom a happy heavenly birthday on yesterday. And I was here with my daughter, so that's pretty much what it was, what it is. Miss E, you stay laughing at me. Okay, we've reached the 5 minute mark. Y'all saw the thumbnail, y'all saw the era and Ken up there. They were a YouTube favorite couples channel. Thank you, Latoy. I was introduced to them through my daughter because they're younger and I watch vlog channels, but I tend to kind of like watch some of the older, mature season vlog channels, and De'Ara and Ken were a young couple. But I was introduced to them through my daughter because my daughter loved them. The story is crazy. This is why I don't trust any ninja with my money. E. We gonna get into that complicated because it's a lot. And again, they were young and making big bucks, big money, through YouTube and other social media platforms as well. So let's get into it. Just going to give a little background information for my subscribers that may not be familiar with the couple. Hey, Vic to the Veil, thank you for joining me and us on the front porch. I want to give some background information about them for the ones that aren't familiar with them, their channel, the breakup, all things De'Ara and Ken. So if you guys are familiar with them, y'all jump in the chat and let me know of if I left anything out or just anything that y'all want to talk about in regards to them and couples in general too. Complicated has already kicked it off. Again, I was introduced to them through my daughter. I thought they were a cute little attractive couple. Ken, I believe, is a little older than De'Ara, but when they got together, if I'm not mistaken, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, De'Ara was like 18. And I want to say Ken was probably a few years older than her. I'll say maybe 23, 24, 25. I don't know. He was a little older than De'Ara, but I do know that De'Ara was 18. And I will say for Ken, he was very laid back. And De'Ara has a big personality. She's gorgeous to me and she's adventurous. She's like a fun girl. I haven't been keeping up with De'Ara as of late, but back then she was like a fun girl to me. You think there's a 2-year gap? Okay, so Ken may have been 20 or 21 and De'Ara was 18. Thank you for correcting me, Miss E. I knew he was a little older than her. As a matter of fact, De'Ara reminds me of a younger Portia Williams from Real House of Atlanta. Beautiful, sex appeal, chocolate drop, and kind of witty. Hey, pineapples. Thank you for joining me. So I just wanted to say a few things about them, just to give some background. I'm still gonna be giving some background, but I'm just gonna keep, letting you guys know where we are with the content. I love their travel vlogs. Hey, Shelly C. Now that's what I used to watch when my daughter wasn't around. Like if my daughter's around, I would just, listen in and look, here and there, when she was watching them. But I love their travel vlogs. Now they have traveled to some exotic locations and they always seemed like they were having fun. I enjoyed De'Ara's photo shoots too. Kill used to be the damn photographer, honey. And I would also like to give some background too about their channel because I don't know if I said that they had two channels at the time. They had over 9 million subscribers on both of those channels. Yeah, they had about 9 million subscribers on both of those channels. They also they had their little cute name like De'Ara and Ken for life. They copyrighted that, trademarked that DD I think it was DK4L and they it was like a trademark for clothing and entertainment, those type of deals, services and commodities that they would be producing or potentially could be producing. So I think they were a very smart couple with handling their business as well, which we're gonna see when we get into the lawsuit. De'Ara had landed big, huge sponsorship deals like Savage Fenty, Fashion Nova. Ken again was kind of laid back. I don't remember him having no big deals like De'Ara did, but De'Ara was working it. They purchased land together. They got engaged. Their engagement vlog was top tier as well. It was very nice. And then they broke up. They broke up in 2020. When they broke up, if you know, Ken was recorded out at a bar in a parking lot engaging in some activities with another woman. So fans saw him, they recorded him, they sent Diera the video, and of course they uploaded it to social media. It went viral because again, they had 9 million subscribers on both channels. Like they were a fan favorite couple. They are very popular, young, cute, sassy, all of those things. So when it was uploaded, it went viral. And that was like the third time that Ken had been caught in some type of cheating, debacle. I think one was like a text situation, and I can't remember what the other one was, but I do know the third time was that viral video. He tried to lie, y'all, and said it was his twin brother because Ken has a twin brother. But baby, Diara say, I know my man, and that was you, Ken. Let me get to some of y'all comments. Yes, she was bigger. Okay. I already read this one, but I'll read it again. This story is crazy. This is why I don't trust any ninja with my money. Yes, they were definitely my fave. Missed them in the YouTube streets. This new couples could never. Miss E said they could never. Hey, Victor the Veil again. Let me see. I think there's a 2-year gap. Thank you again, Miss E, for correcting me. Let me see if y'all got any more input as far as the things that I have mentioned or y'all want me to talk about. Bara Bara was my favorite. Yes, she was bigger. I agree. She was bigger. Yes, Lorvay. Yes, she has Lorvay, but that was after the breakup. She launched her sunglass line, Lorvay, and they're nice and trendy shades. Yeah, I used to think they were perfect balance. Okay, Diera has the personality, the style, while Ken gave off being more about the business, keeping them on a constant schedule. Thank you, Miss E. So once they broke up, they created like independent channels, but they did keep their joint channels, because they were so huge. People would go back and watch the old content. People were reacting to the old content. So they kept up their old joint channels, but they did create new separate channels. And De'Ara trying to blast it off, right? Because, like y'all already mentioned, she was the bigger one. She had the bigger personality. A lot of girls wanted to be De'Ara. So De'Ara channel did blast off. I felt like Ken channel was just like growing. His did not kick off like De'Ara's did. And then Ken went on vacation to Mexico and he ended up getting sick. And I didn't know if Ken was gonna make it at that point. Because I would check in with both of them periodically, but not like that. But I had heard that Ken, had gotten sick through another reactor. So I went over there and watched this video. And he was down. It sounded like he was really going through it at that particular time. But we always wondered what Ken was doing because he was not uploading videos like that. He was not posting, on the regular like that. But of course, De'Ara carried on, honey, like she does, De'Ara about her business. And I would like to mention that De'Ara's aunt is an attorney, and she was over De'Ara's legal affairs. I'm not sure if she was over Ken, if he had his own personal attorney or not, but I would like to say that. Okay, me too, because I truly enjoyed their content. Okay, so you will go back and watch some of the old vlogs and videos, Miss E. De'Ara like spending that moolah. Yeah, De'Ara is definitely has a expensive palette, honey. She likes good. She likes nice things. And I would laugh when she would do some of her clothing hauls, and she used to do those rent. I guess like rent out a storage space, and she would let her fans come in and get her old clothing, like she'll purge her closet and stuff like that. And she will be going through her clothes and she'll have like two or three of the same outfits. I used to just be dying laughing. I was like, "Dear girl, you is a mess." I've done that a time or two as well. I have purchased things and not realized that I already had it. But De'Ara was definitely one of those people. I have never heard of them, but I searched her yesterday, and it seems like she was on the business game, and he was a F boy. Well, no, not at first. They were both like again, they were both to me in the beginning putting in equal work because they created the channel together, and they were a couples channel. It's just that Ken was just a little bit laid back, but he would to me make sure, like Miss E said, they were on schedule. He would be taking photos. Of course their content looked like it was planned out, you know. Cause sometimes when you watch bloggers, you could tell they just left the camera on and they talking and just walking through the house, and they have a whole bunch of videos where they have recorded the voice, voiceovers. But with them, I could tell they put a lot of thought, planning, money. Everybody had their place in their role with their content. It was top tier to me. Her closet was always a mess. Miss E. And so I think Ken was cool till he wasn't. I think after the breakup, he probably didn't know what to do with himself, but that's on him. You're a man, you gotta figure it out. So we talked about Ken getting sick in Mexico after the breakup. Okay, let's talk about them splitting up their assets because I think that's going to probably lead into what this lawsuit is about. So after they broke up, right, they got separate channels. De'Ara, went on about her biz naive, okay, handling business. Ken kind of dropped off. It was like he was kind of lost and he was chilling. He should have probably got with the management team and saw what he could do as far as moving on his channel. And he now has a new girlfriend. I would like to note that. And a lot of people trying to say that this De'Ara is maybe bitter or somewhat, but no, baby, this is business. This is business. De'Ara is putting a stop to him. Having access to the money and repaying her. And I'm happy for her. She handling business. Ken, get your stuff together, sir. I think they were too young and couldn't handle the pressure. Ken started streaming like Kai. Okay, okay. So he did start streaming. Like I said, I didn't keep up with him like that. So I appreciate you, Miss E, correcting me and giving me some insight on Ken because I follow De'Ara over on Instagram as well, but I don't follow Ken. Okay, so let's get back to them splitting their assets after they broken up. They parted ways. De'Ara's, from what I did from my research, from what I learned from doing my research, De'Ara walked away with $250,000. Ken walked away with $220,000. They left 80K in their DK4L business account to cover their business expenses, taxes, or any type of expenses they had associated with their business. They both each had a retirement account with valued at 70K. They both kept those. I think he was trying to let the heat die down from the cheating and got too comfortable. I could see that, Miss E. Hey, big sis, I said what I said. Welcome, welcome. I could see that because too with his personality. But at the end of the day, I do still stand on what I said about him. Probably finding him a business manager so he can get his own identity and a vision for his channel if that's what he wanted to continue to do. But he did to me kind of dropped off. But Miss E said he was streaming, so he had a streaming channel as well. Hey, B Williams, welcome everybody. Okay, so we left off with them splitting the assets. Hey, Shelly C. They purchased land together, so they sold the land. And at the time, the land valued and sold for 475,000. They split that as well. They ended up dissolving the DK4L business. And according to what I found when researching, De'Ara paid the remaining taxes on that, which came to about 11,000. And then they had a Tesla that they had purchased. They had got a loan on it for about 40K. That will come up in the lawsuit as well. But she seemed to be the one that was pushing out the content and making proper business decisions, and he dipped off with her funds. Well, Vicky, you'll probably have to go back to the beginning to see like their relationship from 18 until now. Because they were a couple and Ken was very involved. He was in the videos. Like I said, he would be doing the recordings, he was taking the photos, and they had a couples channel. So it's just like having a business with someone else. Of course, people watch De'Ara. I think a lot of young girls wanted to be De'Ara because again, she was sexy, beautiful, trendy, like she had expensive taste. And Ken really was, kind of laid back, chill, but he held his own in there. I feel like he did. It was the after the breakup, I think, where he couldn't get his stuff together. Hey, hey, let's talk about it all. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you will have to go back from the beginning because neither one of they started the channel together and they worked well together. Ken had his fans, and of course, De'Ara had hers, but he was present in there on that channel. It was the after effects for me. What we are now learning. Okay, Miss E, anything I left off before we get into the actual lawsuit? Because honey, De'Ara is fed up with this financial abuse and broken promises to repay him. Yes, ma'am, they're both on YouTube. And of course, she has filed a lawsuit. Gotcha, Vic. Hey, Juju D. I think I answered you. Yes, they are both still on YouTube. I'll link their YouTube channels. That's what I meant. After he broke up, seems like they worked out a pretty fair breakup, planned financially, and he creeped off with funds. I agree with that, Vic. You're right. I agree with that. Happy Friday. Hey, Cam. Welcome. Welcome. Yep, I agree with you, Vic. I see what you're saying. Just some bullshit because I feel like he was lost and he didn't know what to do. I think I covered everything that I want to talk about. Sure, as this, I'm sure it'll be some new tea drop, somewhere else. Latoya did mention she helped me remember that after the breakup too, De'Ara launched her Norvay shade line. Again, Ken, I don't know what Ken had going on. Because he would just drop videos here and there. Yes, they were a young couple, 18 and 20. I'll say 18 and 20 when they started their YouTube journey. And they had over 9 million subscribers on both channels. I said what I said. Because the internet hated him for playing in De'Ara's face. Yeah, yeah, because I was disappointed in him too. And I wasn't a regular watcher, like that. I would just pop in. If I hear something, I'll go watch it. And I used to like their travel vlogs. So a lot of people was disappointed in Ken because they were like the couple. They were couple goals for young and old people. Okay, they were doing the thing. They would be spending time with their families. Like they had a good balance to me. Going out, traveling, family. Making business moves. Like to me, they covered all those things that I just mentioned. They were one of the first successful Black YouTube couples. And since they've broken up, and before we get into the lawsuit, De'Ara has purchased a home. Again, she has Lorvay. She's still traveling. Her grandmother passed away. I know that because my daughter told me. Um, but people are trying to figure out who De'Ara's dating because it was rumored that De'Ara began dating one of her friends' girlfriends. So De'Ara may, you know, I don't know if she's bi, gay, or whatever, allegedly, but she's supposed to be dating a lady now. But when she's out with whomever she's out, she don't film them or anything like that. But you know that she's with someone, but they're just not in the videos. And this is a reason I really don't recommend people doing couples channels anyway. Maybe if you're married, but like when Ray Janae had her couples channel, I hated that for her because once you get these couples channels, if you break up, right? If or after the breakup, the fans, the subscribers, kind of feel like they have to choose, right? And with De'Ara and Ken, people was gonna choose De'Ara because she was the one that was done wrong for one, and they were pissed with Ken because that, like I said, they were couple goals. But this is why I don't recommend doing a channel either because you got the fans trying to prove their loyalty to whomever they want to go with, and then the other person can't really build a channel, but that's on Ken in this case because you're the one that cheated, right? Hey, April B. Hey, Eve. Welcome. Either either of them. Neither of them went to college. They found success after high school. They started on Facebook, and their followers encouraged them to start a YouTube channel. Thank you, Miss E. I never knew that. Thank you. Latoya say I agree. But yeah, I cringe when I see the young girls trying to do couples channels with these guys. Because for one, y'all know I don't trust no ninja, and I be feeling like they may be trying to use them anyway. So I would just love when they have their own channel and they just feature their boyfriends or girlfriends on them that way. So that way we don't get that invested in a relationship, especially when they break up. Because then it's like, okay, who do I want to choose? I gotta pick sides. Yes, please like the live. Thank you, Miss E. Okay. Oh, no problem, Miss E. I know the chat is moving. You trying to mod, and y'all know we don't judge about the grammatical errors. If I can figure it out, I'll figure it out. If I can't, I'll just accent. Most of the time, y'all y'all let me know what y'all trying to say. No biggie. Let me see. Let me look through my notes because I made a few notes. I want to make sure I cover them before we get into the lawsuit. I do have the document. When I was traveling yesterday, child, I had to call Shan. Shan, get this document for me. And she did. I said I was gonna go live last night and talk about it, but then I saw my big sis was live, and I was so tired because I had been up all day and I drove by myself. Had to come up here to the third floor, child. My daughter live on the third floor, y'all. I hate it here. So I was like, I'll just chill. And it was my mom's birthday for the ones that joined after we began the live. Okay, I think I covered everything. And Miss E have definitely dropped some gems in the chat. Oh, let me go back to Ken getting sick in Mexico. Just to give a little bit more input on that. He traveled, I guess it would be like a guy's trip or whatever. He went to Mexico. He began to get sick. It was according to Ken, right? And I'm paraphrasing it. He got some type of infection over there. He could not even fly back. He was in a hospital over in Mexico, and the infection spread it to his into his blood. Okay, it spread it into his bloodstream. It affected his heart. So he was very, very ill and very, very sick. So I think that's why Diera was kind of cutting him some grace because of that, but again, enough is enough. They're not together. They haven't been together since 2021. It's 2025, baby. He gonna have to figure it out. So I did want to come back and say something about that. Li- I said what I said. Why you laughing at me? This is my speed, and I'm eating chicken wings while working. Okay, Miss E. Hey, Shay B. Oh, you were at the hairdresser, ready to laugh. Okay, okay. And of course, y'all, once we wrap this up, we could open it up to talk about anything because we're about to be done with this portion of the live. Once we go through the court documents, which we're not gonna read it line for line. We're gonna just pick out the most important parts. So y'all hold on. Okay, it's Eve, it's posted on my community tab, my community wall. Yes, that's what I miss. Ken getting sick. Okay. It's her name. What type of hairstyles are you getting? Okay, yes, her channel is her name. I said what I said. Thank you. And what you getting done to your hair, Miss E want to know. Yes, it was really serious. So I think that's why, they had been together, their families loved each other. Like they had a real relationship. It was like it wasn't like they got together on business and then developed a relationship. It was vice versa. They were a couple, then they began to build together, right? So I think that's why Diora probably let this go on as long as she did. But enough is enough. Okay, I have the document up. Let me remove this overlay. Oh, it needs to be bigger. I'm so mad. I don't have both of my dang on monitors. But this is why I wanted a laptop instead of the desktop. So when I do travel, I'll have access to all my content on here. Because Vicky and I were talking about it. I said what I said, and a few others that was in the chat about we were talking about computers and StreamYard and stuff like that. But okay, okay, here is the document. They don't do theirs like Fulton County, but this was filed, baby. Diara said she wasn't going into January 1st with the shenanigans. She was gonna stand on business in 2025. So this was filed on December 31st, 2024 at 4:19, baby. She waited almost to 5 o'clock to file this civil complaint in DeKalb County, Georgia, in the Superior Court of DeKalb County, State of Georgia. De'Ara Taylor, plaintiff, versus Kenneth Walker. She got the man middle name on here. Derize, I guess. Child, but we know him as Ken. There's the civil case number. Let me put my stamp on here. I'll come back. I see your comment, Miss E. I'll come back to you. Don't think I'm ignoring you. Okay. There's the case number. I may read this page. I should have put the pages that I want to read on here. Here's the complaint portion of the silver case. Now complies. Now comes plaintiff Deara Taylor, Taylor or plaintiff, by and through undersigned counsel and filed this complaint against defendant Ken Kenneth Walker, okay, Walker or defendant, okay. So I guess they will refer to them throughout this document by Taylor or defendant, so we would know, who they're referring to. They have that in the parentheses over there. Breach of fiduciary duties, theft by taking, theft by conversion and embezzlement, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment, and other misconducts as more specifically set forth herein. Plaintiff hereby petitions the Honorable Court for general damages, special damages, punitive damages for damages resulting from Walker's actions, and other appropriate and just relief, stating as follows. Oh, okay, so maybe I can just do this portion. Okay, to give a little background, they talk about the parties, which we know is Deara is the plaintiff and Ken is the defendant. They both reside in DeKalb County. Uh-oh. Okay, they just speak about them being social media influencers. They began dating in 2014. At the time, Taylor was aspiring social media influencer with a small following, and Walker was working at Home Depot. Okay, so Ken did have a job. And after 3 months of being together, dating as a couple, they began their business adventure and created their YouTube channels, Deara and Ken for Life, DK4L, if you know them by that, was established in 2016. So we kind of already went through some of this background information. See here, I don't even have my desk, y'all. Okay, we talked about Deara and her Savage 50 and Fashion Nova brand deals. And as they say, unfortunately, the parties brand as a happy couple, it began to suffer after the cheating scandals went viral. We already spoke about that. Walker apologized and promised that he had learned from his mistake and would never cheat again. And Taylor sought counseling as the parties attempt to reconcile. So they even tried to reconcile after that. But after the thrill is gone, honey, it's time to move on. They seem to get things back on track. Ken proposed in Greece. Taylor accepted. Walker proposed and Taylor accepted. And that was, I mean, he went all out for that engagement. It was really nice. It was a great vlog. I wasn't there. I just watched the vlog, but it was really nice. I want to get down to the part of what is in the lawsuit. So May 2021 is when they officially split. Walker informed Taylor that he was moving out of their shared apartment, that he had found a new home, was getting a car and separate and apart from the vehicle they shared, and informed Taylor that he didn't want anything from the house. He had no intentions of helping Taylor move. Okay, so Ken left set himself up with a new place and a new vehicle. So Taylor moved out without any assistance from Ken. Okay. So when they broke up, this is what they agreed upon when they split their assets. With the help of the lawyer, the parties reached an agreement. Taylor would pay the remaining balance of the Tesla the parties shared out of her personal money and in turn keep the Tesla, right? The Tesla was subject to a loan secured by 40,000 other parties' money, so agreed they would split the 40,000 evenly after the loan was paid off and the bank returned the money, right? But later on, we learned that Ken took all 40,000 and De'Ara did not get her 20, right? The parties agreed to leave the YouTube page active so they could continue generating money and to split the money in the DK4L LLC account with the 220,000 going to Walker and 254 going to Taylor. Taylor cut being higher because of higher contributions to the account as it should have been. After the payout, the parties agreed to leave the remaining balance, approximately 80,000, in the account to cover outstanding bills, staff payroll, and other obligations of DK4L LLC. So they made some smart moves. It's just that Ken did not stick to them. Taylor and Walker would both get to keep their retirement accounts, each worth approximately $70,000. The parties did not discuss their other social media platforms, such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, because they never made any money from those platforms. So they were a brand together. On or around November 23rd, 2022, Taylor was paying DK4L LLC's bills out of the DK4L LLC's account and discovered that the account was almost empty. And we just saw up there earlier on that they left 80,000 in that account to cover these expenses. When Taylor checked the account, she realized that Walker had transferred a series of large lump sums of money to himself without saying a word to her and in violation of the agreement they made. When Taylor asked Walker about it, he admitted to taking the money and claimed it was because he was drowning in medical bills. It couldn't work. And remember, we spoke about his medical emergency he had over in Mexico. Even though the majority of the money was stolen prior to Walker incurring the medical bills. Baby, you was taking money before you got sick over there. Walker not only acknowledged that he stole the money, he acknowledged that he owed and was obligated to pay back the money he took from DK4L LLC account. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of skip right here to beginning towards the end of the relationship. Taylor discovered that Walker had received the 40,000 collateral back from the bank for the secured Tesla loan without giving her half 20, which would have been the 20,000 as previously agreed. So we now know, we don't know, I guess, the dollar amount that he actually took from the DK4L LLC account, but earlier on they said it was 80,000 in there and then now he has the 40,000. So we'll say that's approximately 120. Okay. While Walker admitted to stealing the money, admitted to receiving any spending the money from the secured Tesla loan and agreed to pay it all back. Walker tried to justify his actions by claiming Taylor had spent more money out of the account during the relationship. Well, baby, that was during the relationship, and she was spending money because she does have a quiet taste. And you was okay, kid, with when your Target clothes or whatever. But listen, you can't talk about that now. That wasn't in agreement. So in December 2022, the parties again enlisted their business attorney to help the parties figure out the best path forward as the tension between the parties continued to increase. So Dior, like, I want my damn money. Pay me my money now. With the help of their business attorney, they drafted a new agreement to address the YouTube channels and real estate. Walker could keep the 40,000 and sign the title to the Tesla over to Taylor. And since the parties could not agree on how their YouTube channels would be used, by who, and a buyout fee for use by one party, the parties agreed to delete their YouTube channels as it was only beneficial to Walker, whom was stealing all of his earnings. Well, maybe they should have kept that up and then he, made payments to De'Ara from that account. I don't know. He should have not wanted no money from that joint account until the money that he owed was paid out, in my opinion. Okay. Walker and Taylor will split the proceeds from the real estate 50-50. The parties agreed to dissolve the business, which was officially dissolved in December 2022. Okay. So the parties had limited interaction in 2023. In September of 2023, Taylor hired a bookkeeping and accounting service, Busy Bee Accounting Service LLC, to prepare the business books and file the remaining unfiled tax returns for their joint business that had been dissolved, DK4L LLC. Okay. They say Walker ignored the communication and Taylor was left to deal with the accounting service alone. In 2024, they had limited interactions. In November of 2024, Taylor had DK4L LLC's attorney reach out to Walker regarding the taxes, and Walker finally responded and said he couldn't afford to pay the taxes but would sign a promissory note if Taylor would pay the total tax liabilities for DK4L LLC. And the attorney drew up a promissory note. In December of 2024, to complain about Taylor's reactivating her old personal Snapchat page that was previously named after Taylor and Walker, and the potential revenue that Taylor might receive. So, okay, De'Ara went and reactivated the joint Snapchat page. Taylor paid the state of Georgia $339 for 2021 state taxes, $340 for 2022 state taxes. And September 11th, 2024, she paid the IRS $11,000 on or around November 11th for the business DK4L LLC. Okay, that was the outstanding tax debt. So she was waiting on Ken, I guess, to give her the coins back, child. Ken don't have it, but he gonna have to step it up. That's not De'Ara's fault. She's handling her business. Walker continued to cry broke. However, Walker received approximately $237,500, as did Taylor, from the sale of their joint owned real estate in 2023. So he should have paid her back the money then. Okay. Walker continues to post himself living a luxury lifestyle on social media, and the views from the post, rather real or fake, garnered views that correlated to income as Walker has and doesn't have the means to repay Taylor the money he stole and cover the tax liabilities on the state and federal level. Now he dating a new girl over there that he has added to his channel. Girl, you better run. Okay, now this is the claim for relief, according to De'Ara. Okay, I'm not ignoring y'all in the chat. It's just better for me to read over here on this other screen than to read it in StreamYard. Okay, it's kind of repeating some of the same things. It's talking about things that happened throughout the relationships, agreements that they made throughout the relationship. Okay, this is interesting. Walker admitted that while he still had access to the DK4L LLC business account, and after he had already received his agreed upon share of the profits, the $220,000 based on the agreement the parties made when they decided to separate and stop making new content, Walker willingly, secretly, and unlawfully took money from the DK4L LLC account for the purposes of covering his own personal living expenses, included but not limited to cars, a vast amount of club outings, luxury trips, and high-end clothing and jewelry. Get a job, Ken. Go clock in on somebody's job. Or theft by conversion. I know I've heard about this theft by deception and theft by taking from Nesto. Okay, this is what Taylor's allegations are for her silver suit. Again, it's reiterating how much money Ken got, initially, at the time of the breakup when they were splitting the assets. Okay, here's the breach of contract. Okay, it's a parties entered into a legal The parties entered into a legally binding contract in which Taylor agreed to not to pursue legal remedies if Walker paid Taylor back for the money he stole from the DK4L LLC account in 2021 and 2022. And even though he got money in 2023 from the sale of the land, he still did not pay it back. Walker never made any payments, but instead continued to acknowledge his obligation to pay and make excuses for why he couldn't pay, why they needed more time to pay. Okay. Why I needed more time to pay. Taylor was patient and gave Walker plenty of opportunities and time to repay the debt, but Walker abused Taylor's kindness and patience. I agree with that. Okay. Okay, punitive damages and litigation expenses. Plaintiff Taylor hereby incorporates by reference the allegations contained in paragraph 1 through 43 of this complaint as if fully set forth herein. Okay, Dear. Walker's theft and refusal to repay the money he stole, and refusal to pay his share of the DK4 LLC's tax liabilities despite multiple opportunities and a extended period of time to pay, caused Taylor to file this lawsuit and incur unnecessary litigation expenses. Because Walker's bad faith conduct forced Taylor to file this lawsuit, Taylor asked that the court award her attorney's fees, costs related to the litigation pursuant to the statute they have following that. Demand for jury trial. Okay. Plaintiff demands a trial by jury on any and all issues triable by a jury. Okay, dear, you want a jury trial, girl? Okay. Prayer for relief. Wherefore plaintiff Taylor prays that the court grant the following relief. Okay. I one one. Okay. That the court awards Taylor general and special damages in amount to be determined by the tier of fact which the evidence will establish as exceeding $100,000. Can get this girl her fucking money. Two, that the court award Taylor punitive damages against Walker for plaintiff's claims against Walker and his willful, malicious, wanton. Oh, I lost my place. I'm trying to read ahead of myself. And oppressive conduct in an amount to be determined by the tier of fact. Three, the court awards Taylor her cost of litigations in this action and her reasonable attorney fees under that statute. Four, that the court grants Taylor the right to have a trial by jury on all issues triable to a jury. And five, that the court grants such additional relief as the court deems proper and just. Okay, again, this was signed on the 31st day of the December 2024. Okay, let me get back over here to y'all. Hey Shan. Hey everyone that joined while I was over there scrolling through the document. I also wonder if it's because Kim popped out with a new couple channel. Like, was that part of their agreement? No more people for a set period of time. That's interesting, Miss E, because I have been reading comments on some of the other social media content creators that have been reacting to this, and people are thinking that this may be some type of retaliation for Kim popping out. But baby, in my opinion, this is about money. This is about business, and he has no plans to pay it back. I do feel like Diarra has given him, enough time. Ken needs to run that lady all her coins, and he need to pay some interest on them at this point. Hey Nesto, Shaka, Shuffle, Walker, Shane, welcome, welcome, and thank you for being here and modding for me. She wants to make sure it applies to the right twin. Yeah, because Ken does have a twin brother. Thank you for being here. You should also drop a documentary on her YouTube channel. Okay, I can do that, Miss E. I would sue him alone for cheating and messing up the brand. Oh, baby, he didn't mess up the brand. The era elevated after him. But I get it. I get the cheating part, though, Vic. Yeah, these ninjas not loyal, Vicky. I'm surprised because Ken always drove. She liked to be driven around like Shirley. Oh, no. Passenger Princess, the era. Miss E, like, damn. They couldn't come up with an agreement. They did come up with agreement. Ken reneged. See, he was playing games and was Vicky. That's the type of stuff to make me. I will pop up at the house. coming up with the agreement wasn't the problem. It was, yeah, he not abiding by the agreement by Walker. That was the problem. I agree, Shelly C. They came up with a good agreement that was fair for both of them. He just decided he didn't want to pay. I wonder if he's a gambler. He don't have no other income coming in, and I felt like he had got accustomed to living a certain way when they were making all that money, but he never thought about his future, which is not De'Ara's problem. De'Ara was handling business, okay? She was still, getting the top brand deals and launching her own business. Yes, that's true. I was replying to Lady T Bug when she said they would have kept the joint YouTube channel up. Yeah, they said they couldn't come up with an agreement on how they were gonna get paid. At that point, it probably just should have been 50-50. They're always hiring at the call center, Ken. Go get you a damn job. My homegirl Shelly C in the house. Y'all, Shan said she was so mad she missed out on our late night live. He probably felt like she didn't need the money, but that's your problem. You can't be counting other people's coins, Ken. It's more about the principle, Ken. You have to stand on business and pay your share. Right. You the man. He got lazy. She was doing the bulk of the work and he just got lazy. Happy New Year, Shan. Were you and your roommate out in the street celebrating? Just like a ninja. This must be butt week, folks. Don't let this be, yeah, an origin story of this young man to become a nesto. Right. Please don't let this be the beginning of you becoming a con man, Ken. He didn't plan for his life after the breakup without De'Ara. I agree with that. Color wash and set. Okay, that's how she get her hair done. I need to get my ends trimmed. I said what I said. Yes, they live in Atlanta, but I think he is from Chicago. Okay. Yes, he has. They have been broken up for a while now. Yeah, 2021. Now it's 2025, right? He's over there spending our money on a new boo. Give me my old money, ninja. Facts. But to me, if they would have kept the old page back, he should have let De'Ara recoup 100% of the funds from that page until his debt was settled. Till that 100,000 was settled, and then we could split it 50-50. They established a brand, so he probably will lose in court. I think he will lose too. I really do. I hope she gets her money. Hopefully he don't try to file bankruptcy like Tasha K trying to do. That's exactly what it is. Hey GNA, welcome. Do you know the name of their channels? I've never heard of them. Yes, I do. I know the name and I'll drop them down here. I'll drop them in the chat. I'll go get them and drop them in the chat. Again, my daughter was watching them because they were young. Me too. I didn't know anything about this late night live. Oh yeah, Miss E missed it as well. He was just going along but was dead weight. Miss E, me and the roommate was sleep, girl. We all people. And she got her her cheers up there. What's up, Shan? The channel was DK4L. They had two channels, but they took both of them down when they were a couple. But I will get the individual their new channels for you. I know his is Just Ken. Yeah, you can still find old content. I'll try to find some while we up here too, so we can just see them together as a couple. And then I'll open up, just do an open discussion. De'Ara and Ken for life. Yep. Yep, that's a great idea and would have resolved the issue. Right, because at the end of the day, Ken, you took the money. He just had bad intentions because he knew she was a shining star and was still going to go up and be okay. Got it. Going to go up and be okay. Right. Okay. So that's enough of that document. I'm gonna take that down. Put back up my banner, my overlay. And hold on one moment, y'all, while I pull up while I get those channels for y'all. Y'all just carry on in the chat. Okay. Okay, I see y'all in the chat. Yes, De'Ara Taylor. Y'all be sleeping. Y'all wouldn't have been able to see the live. We was up to 2-ish, right? It was 3 my time. I said what I said. He was a bomb and she was hardworking, had great connections, and had a light shining on her. I watched them. She was the draw. Yep. That's her channel's name. Okay, her channel name is De'Ara Taylor, and his is okay, yeah, Just Ken. Okay. Let me go look for it so I can link them. Just Ken, child. He may delete it. He may try to delete the channel, baby. And y'all, he over here with his new boo. Let me pull it up. Let me put my banner up. Mm-mm-mm. She ain't the era girl.
No. What's up, guys? It's Jew. All right, go. Okay, guys. So we haven't been on YouTube in a minute. We only did that two
Who is
videos
we?
like 2 years ago.
Three
videos 3 years ago.
You know which three?
Oh, the pumpkin video,
Yep.
the T-shirt video,
Yep.
and then the little nasty funky egg.
Yep.
But
Hey,
in this
Elsie.
video, we just kind of want to answer a couple of y'all questions that y'all have been having, and just kind of clear the air a little bit about where we stand and what things will look like moving forward.
Yeah, she
How
is
do we
pretty.
jump into this? We can talk about it.
So we came up with a couple questions that we just kind of found to kind of answer general questions that you guys may have when it came to Justice and I. So
I guess we'll start with this is a question. So, which one should I start with? I guess let's start with
we can start with the first one. I think that's a pretty good one.
Okay, so who was interested first? Would you like to answer that?
Yeah.
I want to know how she feel about him being a serial cheater.
Yes. I'm gonna answer this in 2 ways. Okay. Who was interested first? Me.
He better find them chains.
We're gonna go there.
I'm gonna let him have it for this one.
No, let me have it. That's the truth. Isn't it?
He was definitely interested first.
Right.
But at the time, I was working, and my job as a server, you gotta speak to people. So of course, I spoke to him first to see if he knew anything. No, that's not. I said
she didn't have to speak.
Can I get you anything? I have to speak to customers. He was a customer, so
I was sitting at the bar. She wasn't even my server.
No, really.
I have a good question. How do you feel about him being a serial cheater? Do you think he's going to cheat on you?
The truth. Every time I came in there, I seen at the door.
No,
I never used to say that.
He sat with me before. Don't let him lie. He sat with me.
You gonna get up here on this internet and lie like that? Like you really?
No. Seriously?
Like serious? I always said it before.
He sat with me at a circle.
With me and ZK?
Who said I love you first?
Oh yeah, you.
I did.
You. And that's
There's no
I was gonna say that's easy because you're a lover girl anyway. So.
I love you first.
Who is most likely to start an argument?
Me. I'm always starting arguments, guys. I have to. I mean, I don't know. I have
Well,
a thing
what
for
the
arguing
hell
that I
do
like
he
to
do?
sometimes.
He ain't got
It's not
not one
healthy.
thing yet.
Funny enough, work at a law firm.
Okay, that's enough for Ken, child. That's Ken. Just Ken. Okay, I dropped the link to his channel in the chat. Let me go pull up De'Ara's. Let me see. I see y'all talking in here. Oh, De'Ara's doing a series about becoming a new homeowner. I love her new place, her house, her home, her closet, the decor. I love it. I watched the whole thing while I was working this morning. Thank you, TX Toy. She is pretty, but she ain't De'Ara. And she do need to be careful because I mean we only listened to a portion of the video, and she has been doing all the first in this, in my opinions. Miss E said he better pawn now watch chains, sell plasma. He need to pay her money back. They're young, so I'm not surprised about him sowing his royal oaks. And yeah, he was like 20 and De'Ara was 18. So people do grow apart, but you just got to be mature about it and let the other person know that you left the damn relationship. Him and De'Ara met at Chipotle, but she wasn't working. Multiple girls are interested in him. Yeah, because of De'Ara. You know how I go, TX Toy. They see a female and they want to really be the female, okay? A lot of those girls want to be De'Ara, so they thought if they got her man, they could be her, right? You know how they don't want them until you get them. Driving in the bushes. De'Ara was the brains, the magic, a move and a shaker. He was just a placeholder, baby. He was a prompt. He was a prompt. They think he has the coins. It may be for clout too. He just turned 30. Thank you, Miss E. You finished it up for me. Me? Did I finish it up for you, Miss E? They're still young. Yep. Pawn it if it's real. They be pump faking out here and do. Okay, De'Ara Taylor. Let's go to her channel. Oh, okay. Okay, here's De'Ara's channel. I forgot to see how many subscribers Ken had while we were over there. But De'Ara has, together they had about 9 million. De'Ara has, from her new channel that she created, after the breakup, she has 1.21 million subscribers. Okay, so again, I'm sure he don't have he probably got 100,000 over there. I'll go back and look though. And I will link De'Ara's channel as well. This is her. She out. Okay. We'll just look at a little bit. Not too much.
Season.
Oh, this must have been during Halloween. What's going on?
Black kitty on it. So cute. 2 pounds of ground beef. Baby, if you ain't seasoning, you ain't seasoning. Rubbing the skin off. What we gonna do? Good morning, OGs. It is a new day, y'all, and it is a super exciting day. So let me sit y'all down and read y'all to-do list because actually one of the things on the to-do list is happening right now. So let me catch y'all up. Baby, let me sit y'all down. All right, y'all. So on the to-do list today, let me get out my to-do list because y'all know I write everything in my notes and I write down my to-do list every single day, even if I'm not vlogging, baby, because this helps me stay organized and I just love it. On the to-do list today, y'all, I got a new shower head, so I have to show y'all that. I actually put it on yesterday, but I have to wait 24 hours to hang the second spray. You know what I mean? I'll show y'all so I can explain more about it. So I have to do that today. I have my dining chairs delivery. And that's actually happening right now. So that was originally supposed to be between 1 and 3, but they called me and was like they had a cancellation and it was in our area and could they come early? So they was like, are you home? Baby, yes, I am home. Bring them on in. So I had my dining chairs delivery happening right now. And then I have my light fixtures over my island being installed today as well. So I have my electrician coming. He's doing that. It's 3 of them. So I got to show y'all those as well. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you probably seen a little sneak peek. And if you don't, then what is you doing? And if you don't have Snapchat, then download it. Go add your girl because they be getting that exclusive sometimes. Also, I remember telling y'all about the little peach place I went to. When I went, the guy was telling me how they had peach fritters and they were so good, but they sold out. So I'm gonna try to go early. Luckily, they came early so that I can go there right after this and catch it. So hopefully it's not sold out when I get there. So that's mainly everything on my to-do list as far as things that needs to get done. I also need to go to the grocery store because I want to cook this particular recipe today. So I'm gonna try to do that also. But that pretty much sums up everything on the to-do list. I also want to give y'all a haul of some new skin today, guys. So I want to do that. But yes, y'all, that's to-do list. I'm just so happy.
Okay, that's enough. I dropped the link for you guys. Y'all can go check out their channels individually, of course. Let me put my overlay back up. I think I had found a video of both of them together. Let me see if I got it up. Just so y'all can see them together as a couple. Y'all might be like, "Chua, uh." Uh-uh. Can you go to my history, please? Oh, I think I gotta go here. Okay. Okay, here's a short I was looking at earlier. And I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Say that this is not the end.
It's not the end, guys. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Now, I know you guys have been asking about separate channels, and this is where we are now. So if you want to see more of the era,
you can subscribe to me at my YouTube channel, which is the era.
We say all of that just to say that this is not the end.
It's not the end, guys. Don't panic.
Don't panic. Now, I know you guys have been asking about separate channels, and this is where we are now. So if you want to see more of the era,
you can subscribe to me at my YouTube channel, which is the era.
We say all of that just to
Okay, there's a snippet. I saw that short when I was out searching for to see what was going on, watching what other content creators were talking about of them together. I found out because they deactivated their couples channel. So there were people that were out there reacting on them way back that still had some content up. People go and subscribe and support your sunglass business. Yeah, from a black owned business too, Miss E. She is a cat woman. Oh, she is cute. Lil Mama seems like she is on her game. Yes, check her out on IG. Oh, this is when they broke up. Yes, Miss E. It was just a small short clip. She is a 10, he is a 2. It is. Hey, make it rain. Okay. Yeah, De'Ara definitely has a lot going on, Ken. I don't know. Maybe you need to go take some classes. I don't know what it is that you need to do. But in the meantime, in between time, I want you to pay De'Ara back her money. And if he listened to me, he would let her open that reactivate that YouTube channel, because people still go and watch that. People are still watching their videos, so he can go over there and let her get the money until it's paid off. We talked this kind of ish last night. Women help building up a ninja who's coming up short on manhood. Well, I said what I said. You got to remember when they got together, neither one of them had anything. And from what Miss E said, their fans on Facebook asked them to set up the YouTube channel, and it just took off from there. So if you watch their videos, you will see Ken, they were equally working together. But De'Ara loved the damn camera, and as she should, she's gorgeous. It's just, to me, after the breakup, he turned into a F boy, like they often do, because they were both building together. Because she didn't even have a job, but he had his little Home Depot job. But neither one of them went to college or anything like that. It's after the breakup that he done turned to a damn death by conversion, is what they called it. Death by damn conversion. Here's her IG, since Miss E mentioned it. And then that's going to be it for my content. We can do an open discussion, talk about anything. I could drop the link as well. Okay, here's her IG. Let me remove make it rains content. I meant message. I'm talking about content message. Okay, yes. So De'Ara has 6.65 million followers over on IG. This is her grandmother. Oh, that's her granddad. Who over there cut out the picture? That girl over here. Because now they're saying that she is dating a woman that was a friend of a friend, child. But hey, that's her business. But this is De'Ara. Hopefully I see okay, here's her Lorvay. I don't know if it got music. It's kind of dark. I don't know if that's the look she was going for, but this is her shades that Latoya mentioned earlier. Okay. Ken used to be her photographer. What else for Lorvay over here? And she started Lorvay after the breakup. They were not together. Okay. I don't know where I left. Oh, I think it was Make It Rain. Is where I left off at. I read that. Okay, okay. I'm caught up in the chat. Let me drop the link. If anybody would like to come up, feel free. And if you're in the chat and want to talk about a different topic, subject matter, drop that down in the chat. Because that's all I have for the era. And Ken, we're going to stay posted. Keep our ears to the streets. Follow this lawsuit to the end. See how things pan out. But I think De'Ara will win. I hope she does. She deserved to get a judgment for her money, and hopefully he'll pay it back. Hey everyone, I don't know these people, so I am just hanging out on my last vacay day. Yep. I hope you enjoyed your time off, Sherry. Let me click out of that. Okay. Let me get back over here with y'all. I said what I said. And Sherry, enjoy your last day. Girl. Yes, I gotta go back over there and finish. I said what I said. I had to go to sleep and I didn't want to be up too late. Because I really wanted to come up, but I'm like, dang, I don't want to disturb my daughter. She had to go to work today. She's not off, so I'm just hanging out. But she is working from home. I asked her, did she want to talk? She said no. She like, uh-uh. She said, I just look in the chat. She like, I'll just look in the chat, see what y'all talking about. I said, you could be my co-host. It was too funny. Thank you. From Sherry to Miss E. And I said what I said. I may try to come back tonight. Sherry speaking to you, Nesto, Shaka, Shuffle, Walk of Shame. Okay, it's my last day as well. I will do it on Monday. Oh, we know what that means. Ah, make it rain. I'm at work listening to. Okay, I'll go back to work next Friday. So I'll be like y'all on Thursday. This is my last day on my vacation. Have a shot. Yes, I do have a shot. We have totally different personalities. She like, I say you can co-host. You the one who put me on it, De'Ara and Ken. Oh, you in the office today, Vic? Okay. Hey, I know because I work in the office every day. So I be trying to sneak on when I have a chance to, and I'll be like, dang, it be popping during the daytime when I'm at work. Oh, I hate everybody has to go back to their black jobs. Yeah, I need to play the lottery while I'm down here, Charles. See if I can win. Sherry says to Cam Lewis, for real. Monday, like Sonya of Neverary. Oh, okay. I'm like, who done sent me a cash out? That was from last time. I mean, that's the summer of December. I'm like, what is that? Okay, y'all. I'm looking to see if y'all have any comments. Cause I feel like whenever I end the live, I always see y'all comments afterwards. So I'm just waiting to see. Oh, I got somebody coming up. Am I? And I'm mad too because they're opening up overtime for all low level employees. They won't let us higher levels work it. We know the work like they do. Oh, they just being messy, Vicky. I think someone just won $1 million in Tampa, baby. That's all I need is a milli. I'll make it do what it do. Little scooter time is running out. Yes, yes. It is. I said what I said. Hey, Shelly C. How you doing today?
Hey, Lady T, I'm good. How is everybody?
How everybody doing? Y'all talk back to my panelists.
Well, I just wanted to comment on the way that Walker, I'm going to call him Walker. I don't know him, Ken. I'm going to do it based on
Ken. Okay, on the
yeah,
document.
yeah. Um, it's almost like it's self sabotage. You
Mhm.
got everything that's going so well, and then you go do something that tear it apart, and because Taylor doesn't accept it, then you're giving her a hard time. And it's almost
Right.
like as long as she's accepting what he's doing,
Mhm.
he's okay. But the minute she says, no, I'm done, this is it, then he's doing all of the self-sabotaging, hateful things to her. And that's it doesn't make sense. You got 9 million followers, you're making money. There should have been a way to just make that work for them to continue getting that money.
Yep.
And I've got a question about that.
Okay.
The YouTube um, that they were going to leave up because they already had it established and getting the money. Is there not a way for YouTube to disperse the money to individual people versus into an account? Could they not have gone back in there because of the divide, come up with a way for YouTube to disperse the money, just 50-50, whatever. If it wasn't 50-50, then put the excess, somewhere else, create another derivative account within YouTube for them to be able to get that money.
I'm not sure, because I only have my one account set up, but I'm sure it's a way to do it because there are a lot of podcasts with different, individuals on it. And I'm sure, I mean, I know whenever I work, regardless if it's a joint venture or not, I like to have access to my own money. So it has to be a way that they could have worked out the finances behind the scene. It just seems like Ken just did not want to cooperate.
Right. And the way they had it set up, it was one general fund. So they left the D, I'm not going to say the name right, but the Inc. account, they left it there to
Okay.
handle the payroll and everything to be paid. And
Right.
that's the account he had access to. And that's the account he went in and took the money. And that's the account that I was thinking that if there was a way that they could have divided that particular account so that the only amount he could take, it wouldn't be right, but the only amount he could take would be what was what he had access to.
Right. And I feel like De'Ara was being so fair with him. She never took anything. You were the one, Ken, that was taking everything behind her back. That she would have been fair with you. But I guess his ego, but he was the one that was cheating. You're the reason that the relationship ended. So I'm not really sure why you're not trying to work with De'Ara, especially when you're the one in the wrong.
Right. It kind of sound almost like it almost has a little bit of touch of Nesto vibes. He's
Yes.
entitled to everything, no matter what he does. And when you stand up for yourself, you're in the wrong. So instead of him backing off when you stand up for yourself, he doubled down and
Yep.
make matters worse and still feel entitled.
Right.
Well, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay. I'm looking up this date.
Oh,
Since they
okay.
making me think about Nesto, that's why I want talking. Cause they have a
Okay.
six deadline too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have a deadline for January 6th?
Yes, I'm thinking that's the one. If you're talking about Nesto, where he's supposed to
Yes.
get the information to Wooten, he's supposed to get
Yes.
some information to Wooten for him. Um, yeah. Let me see. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
January. He's supposed to get some information to Wooten, and Wooten's supposed to have until the 17th or the 15th to get
Okay,
it
yes.
back.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about. That so we have a date coming up before that, guys. Before Sonya has to turn in her information. That was the point I was gonna make if I got the date right. But I think Shelly is right on time. So with what she just said. So
I
we
think it
have the
has to do.
6th coming up first.
I'm thinking it has something to do with the car search dismissal or something like that.
Yes. Yes. He's supposed to outline according to the warrants, if I'm saying it correctly. Y'all correct me if
Hmm.
I'm wrong. What evidence was taken from, from each warrant. And then I guess the judge at that time will look through it and decide on what needs to be thrown out. He may ask for time to, to look at it independently and then come back and let them know. But and then and like you said, has the 2 weeks to appeal.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
And then Sonya. And I would love to be a fly on the wall in that courtroom.
Has she answered? Has she answered her?
If she did,
Her.
they don't have the information out there because I've been looking to see, and I don't know if it's because she has a different judge and it's just the subpoena um that they have not it hadn't been uploaded to Nesto's case.
Okay. Okay.
Because I've been
Well, the
I'm gonna
time is
look again. I'm looking
okay.
while you up here.
Okay.
Let me triple check. See if it's been any updates. Nope, no updates. It just says his final plea, which everybody I think knows that date is June 10th now. Yeah, but it's not been any updates.
Okay. I'm going to go back to Ken.
Okay.
I've never watched their YouTube channel, but did they start their channel out the same way he's starting his channel out with the woman sitting next to him,
Right.
trying to, figure out the relationship? You would have thought that he would have come up with a new strategy than to stick with what he had. I mean, especially since most of the viewers were in love with Taylor, and
Mm-hmm.
now he's got somebody else sitting there. You would have thought he would have come up with a new strategy and, um, let's see, acquaint the audience with her a different way, and then
Right.
bring her to the couch, and then do some of those things. But to do the same thing to acquaint the audience, will acclimate her to the situation or acclimate his viewers to her. It just doesn't. It's not. Uh, it's old. It's nothing new.
Right.
So.
I agree with that. Because it's like, especially when people was really hot with him about the breakup. Because people really wanted to see them together. They were couple goals for these people. So the fact, like you said, you just came back, popped in with a new girl. Nah, he may lose some dang on subscribers, especially after this silver suit was filed. Yeah, there's nothing new out here.
Hmm.
Oh, there go Vic. Vic, I'm sorry. I was over there looking through the court
That's okay.
records.
How's you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Vic?
Oh my gosh. I forgot why I do why the only reason why I like coming to work is because we have a cafe and
Uh-huh.
the food is hella cheap, but they give you good quality like food with it. So it's like two tacos and a salad is $7 and 7.50 basically. Like this is
Oh,
why
that's pretty good.
I used to Sometimes I would buy 2 and 3 meals because it was so cheap. Some of the food that they sell. But as far as like these young people go, it seemed like Miss Ma'am is about her business. And I was trying to listen. I think you said something that she has in her family, somebody in her family who's an attorney.
Yeah.
So she's about her business, and it seemed like he just got so comfortable with her just being cool, her setting up the game plan. And maybe he was more active. He wasn't prepared to like, he didn't have a business plan after they split.
Right.
And he was really, probably feeling himself while he was cheating.
Yep.
And it was multiple times from what it sounds like, multiple times, probably multiple different women.
Yep.
He didn't have any appreciation for what she offered, what she brought to the game. She seems like she brought the business mindset, and he may have been like the backup man, which is a good partnership. But then you keep cheating, and then you still cheating on me because you're stealing our money. Why do you have to
Right.
steal from us? So you never stop cheating on me. I thought I got rid of you in the sense that we have this all worked out on paper. Everything's like plotted out to where all you have to do is just leave the money in here. I'm doing most of the work and paying the bills and paying employees. What more do you have to ask for? And I'm paying taxes and all this stuff, and you just keeping money. You taking money and you keeping money away from me, and just like, yeah, I did it. I gotta pay my medical bills. Well, you could probably die, and I mean, so
At this point, huh, Vic?
I mean, at this point, I'm like, I'm gonna go knock on your door. Like, how much more do you want me to dish out? And I think he sees her like doing well, and seems like she has more subscribers than him, and she is
I
probably
gotta
has she's more I keep going back to the point of business mindset. She's got her game plan. She knows what she wants. She's an ambitious young lady from what it sounds like. And to
Mm-hmm.
not be college educated, she's got her stuff together. He probably sees that like, well, she ain't gonna miss it. She could make this back up in a little bit. Or he just thought that she was just so cool with him. She didn't make a big probably didn't make a big deal, make him look bad in the public eye, that it just was what it was, and he could do whatever he wanted to do. Just the boldness of it. That's still cheating on me. That's still disrespectful. That's just how I feel. I don't. What are your
I agree
thoughts?
with you, Vicky. I agree with everything you said. It's like, you done me wrong. We ended the relationship. I sat down with you, felt like we came up with something that was fair for both of us. And then you go behind my back again, and break my trust and steal from me.
Several, not once, not twice, but several times.
Right.
It's like, when does the abuse stop? Because it really is. It's emotional. For first, it was emotional abuse. Now it's financial abuse. And now you making me take you to court. Excuse me. And you going, I know it sounds like he's going to try to make himself look like a victim. And you got a new girlfriend. Figure out a way. Like, you need to get on your hustle with your girlfriend. Because I looked at his channel. He doesn't post that frequently.
No,
I
he don't
need you.
post at all like that. He just popped back up. Sorry, Vic. Now he just popped back up like, I'm back. Like Shelly said, with the same formula. Another girl. And to me, I know I hadn't watched that video, but the Q&A is giving that he using her. She's the first to say she loved him. She's the one that'll get in the argument. She's, nothing. And I didn't watch the full. It's only like 8 minutes. I didn't watch it all, but red flags.
I'm gonna need you to get a Twitch deal, a streaming deal, or
Oh,
something. You have a name that's behind you. You've had a public platform for almost, for half a decade. I need you to get on something, pay me my money, because this is. I mean, she can't. I'm wondering. I don't know if Shan's still here. Can't she file criminal charges?
I'm thinking that it was. They said something about embezzlement when
Right.
him taking the money like that. So is
and they did
embezzlement, is
have a
that a
contract
civil or
too.
is
So
that a
we
criminal?
and they did
Hmm.
Everybody.
contract too. So you know what I'm saying? It's not like, okay, we still just had a joint business. Y'all
Right,
still had a contract.
right.
Yes.
I would post
So
that
I would
YouTube.
think yes.
I would think that she can, if she has the ability. I don't, if Shan is still here, maybe Texas Toy said it's civil. But if there's a way she can file criminal charges, I would let him know. Like, look, you can figure out a way to pay me, which means I don't care if you're using that little girl or not, your new girlfriend. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Give me my money.
Right.
I've made it sweet for you for the past couple of years, or I'm going to the police because it does sound like embezzlement. And then he's admitted to it. It's like, oh, well, my medical bills. Your medical
Yeah.
bills came after the
And them
fact.
medical bills over there in Mexico, baby, I don't know what kind
They
of
don't cost that
rights they
much.
listen, what kind of rights they have to, enforce that he paid that over here, in Atlanta, Georgia. But they will have to come get me at that point.
I have not had medical treatment in Mexico, but I know some people who have gotten some procedures, not emergency medical bills, like
Okay.
planned procedures like dental work, some plastic surgery, and a lot of it is cash up front. But it's not as indulgent as it is here, where they just kind of they just jack you all crazy. You have to make sure you understand billing codes here. You have to basically be a medical code biller to understand your insurance claim, or, understand what you're getting billed for in the United States. But in Mexico, I think
Uh-huh.
a lot of stuff is flat rate.
Okay.
So I don't believe him when I mean I understand he was very sick. He got an infection. I'm sorry that that happened to him, and he had probably had to stay down there.
Yeah,
But
he was down there for a while, but that's still your problem, sir. We empathetic and sympathetic over here, but we got to look at the big picture.
what?
And
Go ahead.
I,
Oh,
I,
go
I
ahead, Shelley.
it's something about his attitude or the way that he's doing business. I don't. I find it hard to believe that he just became that person. So I'm wondering, he's probably been this kind of person all along, and that too that's scary because she's been working with him, and they've been together, and they've made a success, and then he starts to cheat on her and do all of that. But not only is he cheating on her, he's stealing from her. He's making agreements that he's not sticking to.
Mm-hmm.
He agreed to pay and then don't pay. This is a type of a character. So it I find it hard to believe that he just turned into this person. He's been this person all along, and now it's just coming out. And then
Mm-hmm.
she's been dealing with him on a realistic, personal, honest level, and he's been dealing with her on a I'm going to see what I can get. I'm getting ready to get what I can get out of this deal, and now I'm ready kind of thing. That's just the way it seems to me, and that kind of stuff hurts. I'm sure she's making a success, but I'm sure that hurt her for him to behave in the way that he's doing.
You
Right.
got to think who's older, her or him?
He is. They were 18 when they got together, and well, she was 18, and Miss E corrected me and said he was 20. And
Okay.
then they started the YouTube channel after that. After the
So
relationship.
they're still under 30. He probably made his first million before the age of 25.
Yeah.
These people who he doesn't know what it's like to be an adult for very long, being like really really broke.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of us may know what it's like to struggle.
Yep.
You kind of you figure out, am I gonna eat a full meal or a half a meal? Like we gone are the days of the Wendy's 99 cents menu where $3 could make you full. Those are the days that most of us have grown up under. So he's probably always lived with a strong sense of self-importance and self-entitlement. So he doesn't understand. So he's trying to keep up appearances on her dime though. So I agree with Shelly. See, it's a sort of personality type, but it's developed because he's not known struggle for a long time. And if he did know struggle while he was 20, It wasn't very long. I'm sure they had family friends who were helping them out. They didn't know, like, they don't understand with student loans come to hit when it's time to pay them and a light bill and a gas bill and car insurance and, all that stuff and have to struggle thinking about what you're going to pay first and what's not going to get paid. They've been financially comfortable for a long time. And he's been he's been able to showboat in front for a long time off of his status. So he's probably developed that sort of entitled complex. You know what I mean?
Yep. Exactly what you mean. Miss E just sent me this. I want to share it with y'all. He responded to the allegations, okay, of the embezzlement. Let me remove this. I forgot to remove the darn overlay. Let's see what he got to say. Uh-oh.
First of all, good morning. It's too early for this. It's too early for this. But anyway,
Look at him
let's go ahead
being
and address a couple
cocky.
things. Number one, the $40,000 regarding the car. Came to the end agreement after we had a number of conversations about it. You keep the car. We break even on the loan. The car's valued at like $43,000. The loan's $40,000. We break even. Boom. Never heard about it since. You got a bill of sale. You got the title to the car. Everything. Cool. That was it. Regarding the bank account, again, extensive text messages regarding this. We had a phone call after all our conversations, December 12th at 4 p.m. I think in 2022 this was. Again, this is in text messages. We had a number of conversations on it. People on your team said, "Hey, you file this personal income, pay the taxes on it." Cool. Never talked about it since.
But did you pay it?
Everything else, Snapchat, the YouTube videos, whatever. It's like I thought we moved past this years ago. Years.
Did you pay
All
it?
right, let's go ahead and address this really, really quickly.
See, he's still being cocky. We understand that, but did you pay it? That's what we want to know. Oh, okay, we already got that. Okay, I was trying to see what else they had on here. Okay. That's it, ladies. I just wanted to see what thank you, Miss E, for sending that to me.
I hate it when they come out like they're going to say something and they really don't say anything.
Right.
You, okay, so you talk. So there are plenty of text messages. Okay, what was in the text messages? What did you agree to? Did you do what you agreed to do? And what was their response? Did you come to a full agreement where you're going to pay the money that you owe? You're going to pay the taxes that you owe. Okay, you file income taxes. Okay, that's great, but did you pay the taxes? It's just coming out saying something without saying anything, and you call that a response. It's really not even a response. It's just you is an acknowledgement that you got the lawsuit, but not that you are actually doing anything with it. You're doing anything about it. That you're going to do that you're going to do what you're supposed to do to settle it. You're not saying anything like that. It's just an open end. We talk. It doesn't solve anything.
I agree. Vic, you got anything to add on to that one? I know she in the office, so she may not be able to come right back. I'll
Yeah.
read a few comments.
Okay.
Yep, these men never realized how good they got it. Traveling the world, no kids. I agree, Miss E. And that's a good thing they don't have any kids. No based off YouTube couples drama. I think it's just one account. Okay. Thank you, Miss E. You remember Carmen and Corey. Corey got all the money. Yep, because the account was in Corey's name, right? I do remember them. I split my paycheck between my checking and savings. They should have a way to do that. Yeah, I have to look. I have to look into it. I just have mine going into one account and then I can move it. If I feel like it. But the way people are collaborating and the way businesses are ran, they should have a way where you can do that. Google is huge. Maybe they can set up one account along with an agreement and then transfer the money to their personal account. Or maybe they can set it up where both people have to be there, before you can take money out or something like that too. Okay, that's true. YouTube say they ain't in this. They just send in a check and y'all work it out. Yeah, it's Google. Google purchased Google YouTube. So I believe she would have been fair to him. She was. He's just one of these ninjas that don't want um accept it and do what he needs to do. De'Ara run in the right circles. Yep. Yep. Plus an amazing supporting family. Okay. Thank you, Miss E and Eve. Hell, try to come back whenever his B, yeah, he's doing doesn't work out. Right. Who her granny? Okay. Look, Vicky, Miss E giving you the hearts. Vicky sneaking, talking low. Yep, that's how I be. Yes, on her black job. Y'all leave Vic alone. Dear run in the right circles. And that's Checker. Don't pull up, Vic. Leave Vicky alone. She is more creative. She is. Oh, he has 204 14K subscribers, y'all. I gave y'all De'Ara's. She should have changed her payment method after the breakup, no matter what the supposedly deal was. But she couldn't because it was a joint business. It was a business account. It wasn't her personal account. It was their joint business, which they both own, and they both are had everything copyrighted, you know. So she couldn't. I mean, she could have um just taken the money out, but like he did, but it was a joint account, a joint business that was registered to both of them. That
Why wasn't
so that's kind of go ahead, Vic.
I was saying why wasn't she getting alerts? Like about getting transact like she wasn't checking the transaction history on their business account or getting the monthly statements on the business account.
Yeah, she probably just wasn't checking it because she wasn't expecting for him to do that. But
Mm.
sorry, y'all broke up now. You got to check, De'Ara, and any other woman, of course, that's in this situation.
And she must not have been getting any alerts because she didn't realize he had taken the money until she went in to make payments toward the business expenses. And that's when she found out that he had withdrawn the money.
Okay, Miss E said he just turned 30 last summer. I said what I said, but we warned us that she is messed up in the head. They talking about Sonya. I contact Ken.
Sonya about to have she got to be in court in 2 weeks, don't she?
Yeah, but we got two court dates that's coming up before that.
Well, he has the evidence, the evidentiary
Yes,
one, right?
yes, on the 6th.
And then it's
Oh,
her the grand jury thing.
and Wooten has a response date. That is I think it's the
Oh, okay,
15th.
okay.
Yep, because then he has an opportunity to go review whatever the judge may decide and appeal it. Present his side of the case, and then I guess the judge will look at that. But it's two separate judges anyway. Um, Dunaway would just be dealing with Nesto's portion, and I can't remember
The
the other
Rico.
judge name that Sonya is going to be dealing with her grand jury issue.
She seems to think it's done away. Didn't she write? She didn't she write to the wrong judge?
Yeah, but somebody said they corrected her in the I never went back over there to watch it, so maybe she changed it.
Mm. Have you checked
I
that to
wasn't
see?
gonna tell her.
Have you checked that to see if she submitted anything to the courts?
I checked it while since we've been on this call. When Shelly came up and was speaking, I checked it.
Nothing, huh?
Nope, nothing yet.
Baby girl, let's see if she gonna style and profile up in that courtroom and do her auntie walk.
It sounds stupid.
Sonya believes that the grand jury is just like the prosecution, they don't know what they're talking about, and they're coming up with all these lies, and they're trying to get her involved in something she knows nothing about. And they're just like the YouTubers, and she don't have to answer to anybody. She's going
Yep.
to do what she wants to do. She's
Yep.
going to try it, I believe.
I think she will too, Shelly, because she just can't help herself, and she don't understand anything outside of what she want to say and what she want to do. And I think she is gonna go in there with that attitude, and she gonna f around and find out.
Hmm.
Oh, Miss E said he tried to start a podcast talking about what? Good points. They should have changed the accounting type. Both signatures are required to make withdrawals or charges or changes. Excuse me. Yeah, I was wondering if they could set it up that way. I'm checking whether we are
She
together
trusted
or
him.
not. Yeah,
She trusted him. She didn't think he would, she thought that she had mapped it out, doing things that, a lot of black companies don't do. And so she trusted him with that information. And what did he do? That just shows that you have to treat everybody like strangers when it
that's
comes to
true.
business.
That's true, Vic.
And since he had already cheated on her, she probably should have taken a harder line. Once they cheat on you, they've already started lying. So once they cheat on you, can they really be trusted? But we want to hold on to a relationship if we want to believe. Sometimes we believe in compartments. We believe he'll do this, but he won't do that. And we believe he will do this and he won't do that, when what he's doing is really already showing us what he will do. And then that is that he will lie. So, what will make me think that because he says I'll pay, or that we agree that the account is for this particular thing and that's what we're going to use it for,
Right,
what makes me believe that he's actually going to abide by that? He's already lying to me. He's already cheating on me. Not once, but twice, and maybe more. I just don't know anything about it. So he's showing himself. So now's the time to just say, okay, I understand that. I believe you, but let's just put it on paper. And then respond in a way that you feel like that he's not going to hold up to his word. And if he does, great. But if he doesn't, you you've taken the precautions.
right. I agree with you. Anything else, Vic? I said what I said. Say if they cheat, they will lie and steal. Period. Facts.
Exactly. Mm.
I hope she wins though, and I hope he pays her back. Well, I don't think he really have it now. They 2021, he got money. 2023, he probably been living off of that money. He probably down to probably little to nothing. That's why he's trying to come back on here and reinvent himself with a new young lady, trying to do a couples channel or whatever. He says he's not doing a couples channel, but it looks like it to me. So we'll see how it work out.
I'm hoping that what money he got is wasn't devastating to her financially. I don't think it was based on the money that they got. It's just the principle. It's mainly the principle of the thing, and as far as paying the business expenses and she having to do it out of her pocket. But I'm hoping that whatever it is that he didn't devastate her financially, and that she can move on from it and let him have that. Let go through with the lawsuit, do whatever you're doing, whatever comes from the lawsuit, just be done with it. She's done her part, be done with it. Don't allow him to keep dragging her back and forth into
Right.
something.
Because
I
she's
You
agree with
know,
spending her
that.
money now. She's actually spending her funds to sue him.
she is.
Right.
Hmm.
And then he just gets to come on here and boom, 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 tell the hood way of the story. What it's like, no, she's conducting herself like an appropriate businesswoman. She gave you opportunity after opportunity to pay. Y'all had conversations. Why should she talk to you more than once? Why should she
Right.
text you more than once?
Right.
Right.
The deal is you were supposed to leave that money sitting in the account. so I
Right.
could pay bills with it. I didn't tell you you had to pay bills. It was for the bills for our business, but I didn't, I didn't say, oh, well, make sure that you go in and pay the bills. I didn't tell you you have to do it. I just said leave the money in the account, and you
Right.
agreed to it.
Right.
Now now I got to come and sue you because you playing with my top. Because I don't care if it's a dollar. I may
Yep.
be, I may have 10 million I'm sitting on, which I'm sure she has a nice little stash that
Yep.
he probably want. If he could probably get a hold of her. And that girl ain't, she ain't turning back. If she got a little girlfriend or
Yep.
whatever,
Yep.
um, yeah, she ain't going back to that bum.
Yeah.
Cause
She
that's
don't
what he
want him.
sound.
She done with him.
But the point of the matter is, why do we have? He's not explaining anything. Why do we have to have more than one conversation?
All right.
Like I
And
just
why
don't
did
under.
you feel
It's
you was entitled to this money?
right. I The point of the matter is, okay, I laid it out so easily. We had a professional write this down. You signed your name to it. Pay me the money. And I still don't understand the thing with the car. Somebody explain that to me.
They
Cause I
had one
thought,
car. They had one car. They both
right?
co-signed on the loan for the car. But it
Okay.
looks like they put down, I wasn't understanding the 40,000 because they're supposed to
I don't
get
get
that
that.
back at the end of the loan. Like when they paid it out and got the titles, they were supposed to get a refund of 40,000 and then they were going to split that 2020. But he it sounds like he got the whole entire 40 refund.
Wait, so okay, one more time. I don't understand because I thought when is it because it's a Tesla?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know. I don't know anything about Teslas, and I don't really know.
cause
They didn't really go into detail about the contract, but they did say that they both, were on the car loan.
right, which I thought when you buy a car, it gets paid up front to the.
And Miss E said that she didn't like to drive, so she was a passenger princess. He would drive them around. So, but when they broke up, he told her she could keep the car, and then at the end, when they got the refund, just give
What
half.
refund
But
though? That's what
yeah,
I'm.
I don't know. I don't know about the refund. Whenever I do get rebates, when I purchase a car, I apply them at that time. But
Right, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like,
know.
I don't. I'm trying to. Shelly, do you know about that? Like, I don't understand this. How are they getting? It's a car costs 40,000, but they're getting a 40,000 rebate back. I don't understand.
Miss E said they are influencers, so it could have been a contract deal with the company.
Okay, okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not sure, Vic. I was trying to understand that too,
Well,
because
give me
I'm
my
like,
damn
well,
money. Stop playing with me. Shit. I'm not you.
yeah,
I don't care if you drove me around from here to Timbuktu. Give me my damn money.
right. It's
I
not
kept
due
us
to
going.
you. It's
Yeah.
not due to you, sir.
And then the cold piece is that she was giving him, she wasn't even taking that much more. And she was putting
Right.
in more stuff. She was only taking like, what was it, like 14 more thousand because she was contributing more. He can go to hell. And once you stop contributing, I'm giving you residual. I know it's hard to kind of tell which video gets what,
Yeah.
and some, but listen, we come to an amount that we'll agree to. I will pay you like $500. Let's say $500 a month off of these old videos. That's
Hmm.
about it.
But I
But
don't even
like
think he should have got paid out the old videos until he
expense,
you know paid out his debt. Until his debt was satisfied, I feel like she should have been able to keep all the money and just kept let him know, out of your half, what you would have been getting for this video, this is how much has been paid towards your debt. Does that make sense?
It does, and I think it should have been too, where the money um, from the old videos
can you
too
still hear me?
would
Now I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Shirley.
the money would come into that account, into the business account too. to build it back up to the $80,000 of his share as well, and then
Right.
the other money come to her.
I
Right.
mean, she even came up with a conclusion, or their business manager came up with a conclusion that was sensible at the time. Let's just shut this down since we can't figure out who gets what and so forth. Let's just shut this down because I mean that's probably what hurt him. That residual
Yeah.
income from the old videos, and she had moved on and
Yep.
was like, deuces. You want to go the little girls that you done cheated on me with, go lay up on them. And I think he thought that he things were just going to come flying at him. But
Hmm.
it sounds like she went out and hustled her deals up. You know,
Hmm.
it sounds like they came from nothing, and then he wasted his opportunity
Yep.
getting comfortable in a lifestyle. I empathize with her, but I know that this money is probably like not anything. It's the principle of it. But I don't
Hmm.
care if it's 50 cents. Give me my 50 cents,
Right,
motherfucker. Don't
right.
don't play with me and my money. Like seriously, if I just the fact that she specifically is about her game, went to the business manager every time they had an issue. She didn't call him out on social media. She didn't make him look bad. She
Nope.
went and handled it like a businesswoman should and
Right.
told him, let's do it this way. Okay, this is not working. Let's do this. All right, that's not working. Let's do this. So it looks like, from my understanding, it happened at least 3 times until she finally recognized that he just was a f boy,
Right.
right?
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
I said what I said. Yes, I am. I got to get out these. I got a hour and 15 minutes left.
She said, I got to get
And
out these people job. Go ahead,
and
Shelly.
and Taylor seemed to have been the person paying the bills, handling the financial, because she went in to pay the bills, is how she found out. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't go in to get any personal money, is how she found out. She went in to pay the bills. And he had already gone in there, but he didn't
And
pay any bills. So
right.
Right.
he was the fun. I'm gonna assume that he was the fun guy. He was the camera guy. He was the activities guy. But she was the business person. She was the one that handled all the financials, and he never has. And for
Right.
him to not have handled the finances like that, money didn't mean the same thing to him that it meant to her. To her, it meant stability, well being, getting what we need to do, paying what we need to pay, and handling business. To him, it meant I got money in my pocket and I can
Mm-hmm.
show it was
Go get
that
a
kind of
damn
thing.
job, Ken.
That's what I
I'm
was. That's what I
sorry.
was trying to say earlier. Shelly, maybe I was going up the elevator, so I couldn't really talk. Um, that it seems like he got comfortable with the money, and what he thought that leaving her, like, she was holding him back or something. That to that's a lot of those guys think like that too. Um, we could look at the Ace family as a one thing. We could look at the other Ace side of the Ace family, the brother and his girlfriend. They think that they're going to do better outside, but he was the fun boy, but he really didn't have any drive like she had. And she, like you said, Shelly, she is the one that's, let's make sure that everything's in play, like these investments are in play. I want to know whose idea it was to set up the retirement. Most of them don't even think about those influencers don't even think about setting up retirement funds.
It
Yeah,
was
they got
probably
their stuff
somebody on
set
her
up.
side.
And I think they had business people like Miss E put in her cousin is attorney. So because they knew they weren't paying anything and they were making so much money. Like our jobs is we're paying into different stuff. And
Right.
our job is matching it. They never had real jobs or anything like that. So they were making provisions for that. It's another YouTuber, Raven Elise, that is also very business savvy as well. And she talks about this type of stuff on her channel. She has a podcast too. But that was smart of them. That was smart of
It
them to do
was.
that.
I mean, I would say put down more than 70,000. I know they're still young, but if you getting a million, baby, pay the taxes and stick whatever's left over.
But that probably would grow depending on, I don't know how they had it set up like annuity or whatever.
Right.
So it probably was just making money off of that as well too.
And it sounds like she was getting good advice and taking it and
Yeah,
just going
she's
ahead and doing whatever good advice she was given. She acted upon it. So when
she's
you do that,
implementing the advice.
yeah, when you do that, you can make it, you can grow, and your money will grow. And that $70,000, if she continue adding to that, and by the
Mhm.
time she could add more and more, but just that, by the time she's 50 or 55, she could have $1 million just from that. Now she's going to have more money from her job, but just from that savings, she will have 1 million or more. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
for him, his idea seems to not be for the future. His idea seemed to be for now. And then when I get to 55, I'll worry about 55 then, not
Right.
And
now. And that's what the biggest problem is these days. Go ahead.
that's that nigger rich. Excuse my language, but that's what that is. That's that nigger rich attitude that sometimes people get when they get money too quick, too quickly, and they don't understand how money works. Like you don't understand the dollar. It's just like water to them. It's fruitful, and it'll just keep coming in. And I don't like. I don't. I never did appreciate that attitude. You don't respect money. That's what I guess
Right.
that's the better way to put it. But
Okay.
they they don't respect money. And I wouldn't be surprised if he still has if he even has a 401k left.
Yeah, he probably done drug his 70 out, huh, Vic?
Yeah. What they didn't probably didn't pay the taxes on that either. It's like give it to me all. Don't roll it over. No, I don't know. No, no Roth IRA, nothing. Don't roll nothing over. Just give it all to me. And you get taxed to death on that. Even if you do like a hardship loan or something on that, you get taxed. And I'm assuming she owns property, right?
She bought or purchased a house after they, split up because they were going to build a house together. That's why they
Mhm.
ended up selling the land and
Mhm.
splitting the money from there, but she has built her house now.
I can't believe he went through all of that and just yeah, he's yeah. I hope she gets her money, but how's she gonna get it back?
Yeah, if he
She
ain't
may
got it.
not. Yeah, she may not. And I really don't think at the end of the day, right now, I know that it's the principle of the thing. But
Mhm.
as time goes, I don't think that she's going to be concerned about it. But I think that she should definitely never go his direction again, because
Right.
No.
those kind of things, in my opinion, don't work out. Because once somebody do you like that,
Mhm.
the next time they want to make sure that whatever they do is a lasting effect. I did it this time, it hurt. The next time I do it, it's really, really going to hurt. And once she gets herself more established in her own right, then he finds out that he's not going to get what he needs with what he's doing, then he's going to go back to her and try to then invade with what she has. And I think she really needs to just stay away from that. Just keep going where she's going, leave him where he is, and maintain her forward motion.
Men like that sound like they're jealous of your ambition. They kind of want you to. They want you to fail. They have this underlying feeling of she wouldn't be nothing without me, and maybe she wouldn't, or maybe we'll never know if she would have. If her personality is so winning, I mean, she's proven that she can continue to be engaging
Right.
and be marketable and be successful without him. And he has not. Did I hear earlier somebody say that he was supposed to be a streaming?
Yeah, Miss E.
Now, Mr. E, does he have a contract with anyone? Because they were handing out those contracts like they were nothing. Because they were like
Hey, Pure.
couple handing out some tens of millions of dollars to these streamers. I mean, some of these, if you check, like some of these streamers are making like $100 million.
Yeah, I think he just got comfortable because he probably had the money in the bank and he does live a little bit, like more conservative than Dior, that it probably was, you know what I mean? I got 400,000, 300,000 in the bank, I can just chill for a little bit. But as we know, you chipping away at that, paying bills, life is life. And he had a medical emergency. That money go fast. You gotta be putting something back into it. And then he just probably looked up one day and didn't really have the coins. And
So why not call her and talk to her? Look, I need to, I
get a
can I
job.
get a job, or call her and say, can I borrow money out of the business account? And then, or something like that. Like, and then you guys sit down, because it just seems like she's paying for all of this to make sure the paperwork is straightened out, and he may be laid back. He just could be a lazy ninja. Let's call it what it is. It sounds lazy. I mean, get a job. That's one thing. But he's hasn't worked. He's 30 now, so he started 10 years ago. Girl, you know how hard, like, even just like if you get laid off for like 6 months and then trying to go back into these people's job, it's hard. That's hard enough. But then if you haven't worked in 10 years and you're just now reaching like prime adulthood, it's gonna be hard for him. He better
Okay.
figure out something.
Okay, Pure. Thank you for being here. She said Ken had a gaming channel, and if I'm not mistaken, he was doing something with Adam Ali. Thank you, Pure. I know you're
I don't know
familiar
who that
with Diara
is.
and Ken as well. Thank you. I'm
I
gonna
don't.
read y'all comments, y'all. No, I'm gonna get to them once we wrap it up on the panel, and then we'll end the live. But that's why I have it here so I can know where to start at.
Look,
Let me
oh,
let me
okay.
say this, and then I'm gonna get down.
Okay.
Sometimes when you got young people like that,
Mhm.
they really need to be careful. When you're doing that well, you have people talking to you
Yeah.
and trying to break up what you have going on. It wouldn't
Mhm.
surprise me if he didn't have somebody in his ear saying, "Man, she's holding you back. You can be doing this. Why are you doing that?" You and then him listening to that, him having probably some own ideas in his head, he decides to give all of that up for what he think he can have better. Why would you start over when you already have? It makes no sense. You've already built this fan base. You got your subscribers. You're making
Right.
money. You know how to do what you're doing. You know what works. Why would you mess that up? You're living well at your age, because after all, that's the reason we send our kids to college, is so that then when they get out, they can go get a job that's going to
Mhm.
provide the living that they at least want, or to survive on.
Right.
And here you are at that, and
Yes.
you're willing to give that up to start over. That it doesn't compute. It doesn't make any sense. And by the time he's 25, his brain should have already processed what he should be doing on a common sense basis. What he did was just, it didn't make common sense. You built up this subscriber base. You're making money. Everything is working. You're not paying the bills, because she's the one that's doing it. When I say he's not, I mean physically paying it. She's doing that. You got everything where it needs to be. Why would you mess that up? And I'm just thinking somebody may, I could be wrong, but somebody's whispering in his ear, "Man, you should do this, you should do that, you can do this on your own. It can be your own thing." But when your word means nothing, when you agree to something and you don't do it, when you are a cheater, you are a liar. So when your word means nothing, you are not a good business person. You don't make it well like that. And he's going to have to start building his character back up, because right now, in my opinion, it's not where it needs to be in order for him to get where he needs to go. I'm going to step down. Thank you for letting me come up. Thank you, Big.
Bye, Shirley. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Shelley. I
I
appreciate you
Uh-huh.
coming up.
I'll
Hmm.
say my last thought because I
Okay.
got to go clock back in.
Okay.
As far as just to touch on the small subject, I'm just I wish someone would go down there on the 17th and just catch a glimpse of Sonia and try to, I know you can't get into the grand jury room, but I really wish that someone would go and just catch her, or just
Get a
catch her
picture
on,
of her.
get a
Dennis may
picture
be
of her.
down there.
I Listen. I'll super chat. I would cash app Dennis. Like just go down there, just be a little nosy, just to see how long she's in there. If they already know what she got, so or what she potentially what she may have or what she's done. So they just want her to lie on the stand or lie in front of the grand jury. That's it. That's it, and that's all. For her, I just want her to go. Just I
I'm
can't
with
wait.
you, Vicky. I will definitely donate to the fund if you go down
I,
there and get us a nice photo.
that nice egg on face. We can superimpose a dripping egg on her face. It's like there you go, boo boo. As far as these two young people, I applaud Miss Lady. I know sometimes like more passive men,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like Shelly said, can be influenced by others, and they may get tired of being with a more um, business minded, aggressive. And I don't. That's a bad word, but that's the only word I can think of right now. A more, I guess, assertive is the right word. Business minded and assertive woman. Like when they find their calling, they can make anything work. So her being younger and just finding like her niche and being able to get it done. A lot of men feel inadequate, and so they do cheat and they do like look at the Chris Watts situation. Remember Chris
Yeah.
Watts?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the kind of scenario where um the wife was more assertive and she kind of held things together. She made the business decisions for the family, and he was just very very passive. Um, it sometimes it works out. You kind of need a balance of both. He just needs to pay. He needs to run her coins and go. He does need to go get a job. Get you a nice collections job that offers bonuses, and I want at least 50% of that bonus. And I need you to try. I need you to try to meet your collections goals. Call
Yep.
centers are hiring every day, paying like they're starting off paying like 19, $20 an hour. You can still stream on when you off shift or do whatever. And I mean, if you got to use your young little girlfriend who looks identical to your ex girlfriend, that's weird. That's suspicious. Um, do what you got to do, but run her coins. This is the principle of the matter. She may not need it, but you're not gonna emotionally abuse me, and then
Right.
financially take advantage of me. That's just not cool. And thank you getting me through my black job.
Thank you, Vicky. I'm whispering back.
Are
Thanks, Vic.
you coming back later?
I may try to come back. I gotta see what my daughter got planned.
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah. I
if
forgot
not,
you.
I'll come on y'all. Oh, you know I'll be over there till I fall asleep.
You on mommy daughter time. Yeah. Yeah, y'all have fun. Spend some time with your daughters. This is your last official day off?
No, I'll go back to work till next week. There
Wait.
was someone else in the chat. It was two people in the chat that said today was their last day off.
Oh, okay. Well, enjoy your time with your daughter. I love it when I mean, we act annoyed, but we love it when we get to spend time with our mommies. We may not want we just sometimes we just want to be in the room with you. That's
Yep.
it. That's it. Don't say nothing. Just I need to feel your energy. So enjoy your time with your daughter.
All right, Vic. Thank
All
you
right,
for
girl.
coming
Bye
up.
bye.
All right. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments and then we're gonna end the live. They are influencers. Okay, I did read that one. So it could be a contract deal with the company. She's talented and will make the money back. Sometimes you have to lose to win in the end. Thank you. I said what I said. She answered that. Her cousin is an attorney. I think I said that. I think she became more serious and focused after the breakup. Right. Because listen, a lot of people probably felt like she may fall off, once they broken up, but she didn't. She exceeded what they were doing together on their couples channel, in my opinion. Oh yes, I remember the Ace family with Catherine. Percentage of each payout. Yeah, he got to step it up. Okay. I don't know. Pride. Ken had a gaming channel. Okay, I think I read this one. And if I'm not mistaken, he was doing the same thing with Adam Ali. Well, I think that's why she kept pushing the due date. That Latoya's ex-husband, another YouTube couple. Okay. Yeah, okay. You and Pure got it. This is why I always talk against the fake YouTube couples. Yes, Pure, because we have seen a few, right? Pure, and I, we've been in these streets for a long time, and a lot of people was trying to do the couples channels due to the success that Ken and De'Ara was having, right? But as they say, they were carbon copies. They could not duplicate it. Cause remember, she is or was a little goofy, like Portia Williams. So I can see that. Yes, I made reference to that earlier. She was a little goofy, dingy, and a little witty. I think that's what I called it at the beginning. Because she was only 18. Right. Don't do it just for YouTube. Thank you, Shelly and Vicky. Most people love her personality. He got too comfortable and lazy. Right. I agree with that, Pure. Right, Vicky. That's what real men do, work multiple jobs to pay off their debts. I just think if he wasn't being so stubborn and he could really see the vision, them reactivating that joint channel would have been very, very, very lucrative for them. And he would have just had to suck it up, Buttercup. I think they would have made the money back. At least, 9 million subscribers. I don't know how many would be watching, after the breakup, but you get new people coming in all the time with a big channel like that. I would think that the money that he stole would have been paid back in a quick, a quick way, in a short term. In a short term, I'll put it like that. And then he could have been making money off of that after he paid De'Ara back. De'Ara came from a great family. She was going to make it regardless. And it was the fans, that encouraged them to do the YouTube channel. So from there, it was up. Ken he lost. I don't know what he got going on, but he need to pay De'Ara back her money at the end of the day, period. And he could have saved his little follow-up. I've been seeing what's going on. Yeah, we agreed. That's all I heard. Yeah, we agreed. So why are we talking about this now? Because you haven't paid the money, sir. Get our lady her money. It doesn't matter that she got it. Okay. Waiting to see if you guys have any more comments, and then we're gonna wrap up the live. I may try to come back to talk about Nesto, but if not, I will join Vic to the Veil until I have to get off of here. Sometimes it's a little delay from when I make a comment and you guys make a comment. So I'm just trying to make sure you guys are done before I end the live. And thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate it. And thanks, Shan, for getting my document on yesterday while I was traveling. Because I drove here yesterday. Okay, I don't see any more comments. So I'm going to end the live. Thanks again, everyone. And I will be seeing y'all around. I just don't know when and where. Okay. I got to play it by ear since I'm not at home.